very good afternoon to you and welcome to the INCAR Financial Heaven Masters. This, of course, is 2026. It's round two. We did have a very interesting and a very constructive round one. It's a par 72, 6.111. The distance that we're looking at. Now, very interestingly, today we had a really beautiful sunny day yesterday, 31 degrees Celsius, and as Kim Min-sol, of course, gets ready for her second effort on hole 6, let's remind you, temperature from 31 degrees yesterday has dropped to 22 degrees today. No more sunny skies, but there's a spot of rain, and it's a bit overcast and cloudy as well. 2.4 miles is the wind speed, and the rainfall, of course, expected is 1.00 millimeters. Han Jin-seon gets ready for a birdie on hole 8. Keep in mind the fact that it's got a bit chilly here today, and I did feel it when I came in the morning. Wasn't expecting it to last till the afternoon. What's also very interesting and something to keep in mind is that we are, of course, going to get through today's play. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through the event today. So it's going to be a good one, as always. We always start every day positive. Kim Min-sun 7. Well, she's on to hole number 3, carrying a 3 underscore. That's going to be her 6th hole. Very interesting start for her. Ryo Seung-wi will go next. It's going to be her approach shot for hole number 6. 4.1 meters elevation, 87 meters that we're looking at. When it rains, it really pours, and I do believe that today, of course, has just been one of those spots. Having said that, well, that's the beauty of the sport, isn't it? Anything can change in an instant, your luck as well. So, second effort, 148 meters to cover for Jun Yi-sung. Just a gentle lift will do it. Kim Min-sol placing that very well, if you ask me. Kim Shi-yoon will go next. Her approach shot for hole number 7. 134 meters. Definitely got a good bit of lift behind them. Kim Min-sun Pushing that onto the green. That's nicely done. Very well placed. Beautiful placement there. And that's actually what is needed at this point of time. Well, you don't let the weather get to you. Yu Hyun Jo goes next. It's a second effort for hole number 7. Currently with 3 under. Wei aiming for birdie on hole number 6. Remember, she won the event last year on a playoff. That was with Lee Dae-yeon. She was an unexpected winner. She herself couldn't believe it that she got into the playoff because Lee Dae-yeon was leading. And just a mistake on her part will change everything around. Meanwhile, Park Hae-jun using a 9-iron tees off at hole number 8. Sometimes things might not always go your way. Good enough finish. Kim Min-byul. Kim Min-byul has braved the storm. One of the few golfers who's got shots out today. Here's Kim Min-sol aiming for a birdie on hole number 6. Oh, very well played. Right there amidst the rain, and that's not going to stop her. She was absolutely fantastic in the previous event as well. She's such a joy to watch, Kim Min-sol. You know, young as she is, she won the Mercedes-Benz Korea Women's Open Golf Championship last week, and she's in good nick. She's in very, very good nick actually. Gently tapped in. Decent enough player that we're looking at. And it's really going to boil down to Jun Hee-sung for a birdie here on hole 7. It's really going to boil down to how the golfers really approach this. And that's going to turn just a little before the destination. A bit unfortunate there for Jun Hee-sung, but I think she's just going to soak that in. Pun intended, in the rain. So it's going to be an interesting event here, all said and done. Han Chin-seon onto her second effort for hole 9. You've got the crowds that have turned up here today. And what I do love is the fact that golf fans will come regardless of the weather. And if it's a final round, and even if there's a storm brewing, and it's a storm in a teacup right there, they will be there. Should I say coffee cup? Yeah, that's more prominent here, isn't it? Park Hae-jun moves on to a birdie for hole number 8. That's doable, and she's nailed it. It's good to see Park Hae-jun, back in the fray. One of those unassuming golfers, just flies below the radar most of the time, but absolutely wonderful to watch her. Kim Min-sol next as she tees off for hole number 7. She's currently on a 1 under. And there you can see the rain. Well, that's not even the rain, those are the sprinklers that had me fooled. So, as long as it's the sprinklers, we aren't complaining. That's for certain. Kim Shi-yoon will aim for birdie on hole number 7. Was just thinking about it. Sprinklers right there in the midst of the rain. Oh, that's a bit... I was about to say a bit of an overkill, but Kim Shi-yoon does well. And she'll be happy about that effort. I got myself a cup of joe. Nothing like all this weather for it. Kim Min-sun to tee off for hole number 7. She's on a 2-under currently. And keep in mind the fact that you get some of the finest coffee in Korea Republic. I mean, this is just like Japan. It's one of the coffee nations of Asia. Then, of course, you've got Indonesia as well, where you have the absolutely stunning Sumatra Mandaling and Java coffees. But the best cold brews that I've had around Asia have been in Korea, in Incheon. Absolutely wonderful. Talking of which, the Heaven Country Club is just about an hour's drive, a little less than an hour from Seoul. Comfortable getting here. It wasn't really pouring at that time. Yoo-hyun Jo aiming for a birdie on hole number 7. Oh, that's very well done. Did not want to take, you know, any line of risk, and she just played that rather safe, and I think that that's worked very well for her, yeah. Up next, it's going to be Kim Soo-ji. And that's a very, very confident birdie. Gentle push enough there. Another very hard-working golfer, Kim Soo-ji. Always a delight to watch her in action. Needs that gentle curve coming in, and that's just going to curve a little bit too early. A gentle tap-in should do the job. Kim Shi-yoon tees off for hole number 8. She's gone with a 9-iron. Remember, it's par 3. Just got herself just onto the border of the green. Yoo-hyun Jo will tee off for hole number 8. 130 meters, 9-iron in use, par 3 for the asking.
Okay.
Kim and Sol to go next. It's going to be a second effort for hole number 7. Nicely done as she gets it onto the green there. Jun Hee-sung will go next. So teeing off for hole number 8. Well, decent enough placement right there. And that's what is needed most importantly. Han Song-yi will aim for birdie next. And that's well played by her. Very well played, I would believe. So Seokurim leads the way with 14 under. And it's she was really stunning with the way that she played. Remember, she won, an event just a few. She won the Celtrion Queen's Masters on the 7th of June. There was a 1.5 billion Korean won event. Sung Yoo Jin and Song Yoo Na are in tied second with 10 under. Song Yoon Jung, Hana Ryum, Bang Shin Sil are right behind there. Now Hana Ryum was one of the front runners yesterday before she actually fell with a few points. You can watch, the Heaven Resort right back there. Absolutely stunning views that you get from this resort. And it's one of the few golf courses in Korea Republic, or the only golf course, where from every hole the sea is visible. So it's quite interesting when you think about it, the way it was constructed by David Dale. But absolutely stunning views from this resort. And, when you're in your room, especially if you're lucky enough to get the suites, it's such a glorious view. Haven't been lucky on that front, though, and I'm not complaining. But absolutely stunning place to relax, to play a couple of rounds of golf when the contest is not on. And really, really wonderful. I do hope, of course, you get a chance to come here and just have a look at this beautiful scenic surroundings. So stay with us as the action continues right here. We aren't going to let the rain come in the way as the INCAR Financial, the Heaven Masters 2026 continues. My name is Glenn Mascarenas and I'm here to take you through all 3 days. Was with you yesterday, today, and will be with you tomorrow as well. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Another wonderful birdie from Ryo Seung-hui. And she is feeling the chill, I can tell, but she's gone up to a 3 under. And I think that that's going to work very well for her here. Fairly well played, I would believe. Kim Min-sol aiming for birdie. Kim Min-byul onto her approach shot for hole number 4.
Good shot.
Chun Sung aiming for birdie. Just played that pretty well. Wang Yu-na is on to her approach shot for hole 4, looking to land it. Han Chun-young onto a second shot for hole 9. Ryo Seung-hui will tee off for hole number 8. Ryo Seung-hui is beginning to look very strong here today. Yoon Jo. Kim Min Byul aiming for birdie on hole number 4. I do love the way the golfers have been going about their business, and that's perfectly done. It's been a very, very good start for today. So 3 even scores and finally a birdie. She's moved up to an 8 under. Kim Min Byul has done everything right here today. She's been in good form and I think very, very focused. Very unassuming golfer to watch. Always goes about her business in a very, very calm manner. I do like her temperament. It kind of differs from a lot of the other golfers. Even her disappointment sometimes is always masked. And I think if you have to ask me to define her demeanor on the course, I think she's a very cool golfer. Very calm, collected. Lee Chae-yoon will aim for birdie on hole number 4. Wang Yun consecutive birdies on 3 and 4, which means she's moved up to a 5 under here. Chen Yi-sung. Kim Min Sol aiming for birdie on hole number 8. Hyun Jo does well to power this through. Second effort. Oh, that sand bunker is certainly unique, isn't it? It almost looks like a jigsaw puzzle, waiting to be filled. Definitely not by any golf balls. It's well played by Roe Seung-hui. It's a hat-trick of birdies for her. She's just had one bogey in there today in 8 holes. On the out, she's up to a 4 under and beginning to look very strong. Kim and Sol. Just a narrow miss for her. Yang Hyojin will go next as she aims for birdie on hole 10. Kim Sun finally gets a birdie in, so she's up to a 3 under after 2 bogeys in there, and she'll be happy about that. Han Jin-seon meanwhile aims for birdie. It's very well played by her. Kim Shi-yoon. Well, needed to get close with that, and I think that's going to be a Cuban for her, but a little more than a Cuban actually. Like 3 Cubans. But she's definitely going to get that in. Just needs a gentle bit of a nudge there, and I think that should do the job for her. That tap should do the trick on Seung-gi. Consecutive birdies there on the in. I do love the fact that our golfers have been getting it right, and it's such a joy to see that. It's such a change from the Mercedes-Benz Open, where every single birdie was worth its weight in gold and you couldn't find it no matter how deep in the mine you were. Roe Seung-hui will tee off for hole number 9. It's a par 4 for the asking. Hyun Jo Aiming for birdie. Gimmonson will tee off with a good bit of a whip and a step. It's always been the intention. She's got a good, she's got a very good, well, style of play. Kind of relaxed, kind of easy. She's, and I do like the way she approaches the game. An Song Yi teeing off for hole 12. She's up to 5 under now.
Sure.
Sol will go next. She tees off for hole number 9. Biol needs to get out of the rough. I think that's decent placement. She's set herself up for an on-par finish, and I think that should work well for her. Tony Sung finishes well here. On par is better than anything else. Yu Hyun Jo will look to finish on par for hole 9. That's well played. You now will go next. It's going to be a second shot. So a quick look at the leaderboard will just show us, where we stand currently today right here at the Heaven Country Club. As you can see, not like yesterday where it was like a landscape painting when we had those wide angle shots, but today it's a bit foggy, a bit hazy, and that's thanks to, cloudy skies, and it's definitely overcast, a spot of rain that's been there right through. But it's not good enough for us to stop play. And that, of course, is the best part of the weather today. So we will continue, and we'd like to continue and, get the job done more than anything and set up a great finale tomorrow. And that's what the golfers are keeping with that same spirit. Yes, Ryo Seung-hui, talking about the rain, it's lightened up a bit. She's got a windbreaker off, needs that space, to free herself up a little bit. And her approach shot for hole number 9. She's going with a power wedge, 104 meters. As she approaches the destination with a bit of caution. That's well played by her. Ansongi. Well, that ball definitely shy of the dark, there's no doubt about it. Edmondson, meanwhile, with her approach shot for hole 9. She's currently on a 3 under. Mansell with her approach for hole 9. Needs to find a way through. Swing in with a 54-degree wedge. Chikyu Rim still leading the way with 14 under. Sung Yoo Jin with 10 under, and Song Yoo Na with 10 under are in tied 2. In tied 4th, you've got Song Yoon Jong, Han Aryum, Bang Shin Sil, Hong Hyun Ji, and Kim Min Byul, who are on 8 under. It's heating up to be a very good contest because in tied 9th, it's Choi Yoo Rim and Han Jin Seon with 7 under, and in tied 11th, Yoo Sun Yoo, Kim Ji Soo, and Jung Yun Soo in with 6 under. Very, very tight. Lee Yulin is still in there with 5 under and tied 14th. She's joined by Lee Shul Ki and An Song Gi. So very, very interesting the way this is all, panning out here today. And I do believe that we are in, as I said, for a very, very strong, finish tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very intense contest and something to look forward to. Time to tee off for Junyi Sung. She's on hole 10. Kim and Sol will go next. Definitely an opportunity to make this count, but she will have to wait for it. Yi Hyun Jo will tee off next for hole number 10. Par 4 for the asking, 350 meters. Ryu Seung-hui aiming for birdie on hole 9. Wang Yuna looks to finish on par here for hole 5. That's well played by her. Kimminson 7. Aiming for birdie on hole 9. She'll have to keep it to an even score here. Kim Min Byul will finish that on par. It's well played by her. Sol, meanwhile, will look to finish on par for hole 9. Sol has had double bogeys there, 38 on the out. She's up to 1 over. Things not working too well for her here today. Well struck by her. Another good effort. Junyi Sung for approach shot for hole number 10. 103 meters that she's looking to cover. It's going to be a fairly interesting one for her here today. Very nicely played. Yu Joe. That's beautifully placed by her. Lovely approach shot from Yu Joe. Talk about wanting to, well, just push it a little more. An Seung-gi has always been pretty much at the top of the game. There are some days when things will go your way, some days when you just got to push a little harder than you'd expect to. Kim and Sol just getting a bit of nutrition in. Right thing to do, I would say, at this point of time. Sol gets ready to tee off here. It's going to be for hole 10. Par 4 for the asking. 350 meters to cover. That's well played. The victory lap, much needed for Jun Seung-gi. She's up to 5 under, opens her out with a birdie. Had a birdie on the third as well. An Seung-gi looking to finish on par here now. Sun will go next. And another ball that's shy of the dark there. Kirsten Gree up next. She's teed off with a good bit of intensity there. Hyun Jo aiming for birdie on hole number 10. She's on to a 4 under here, and this will work well for her if she can just keep it steady. That's well played by Yoo Hyun Jo. Wang Yu now. It's an approach shot for hole number 6. Kim and Bjorn will go next. Her approach for hole number 6. Kim and Sol goes next. Grossingui with her approach shot for hole 10. Up next, it's Han Chenxion as she tees off for hole number 12. Kim Min Biol is looking to finish that on par. Wang Yuna will go next. A narrow miss for her. Yu Hyun Jo goes next. Second effort for hole number 11. And, well, that's a narrow escape straight out of that rain cover, I would think. Kim and Sol aiming for birdie on hole 10. .38 on the out. And that's well played by Kim and Son as she starts off the in with a birdie onto that well, 4 currently. So 4 under, and that's, well, it's kind of meant well for her. Wee looking to finish on par for hole number 10. And Kim and Sol will be happy to have just finished that more than anything else. And that's in. Absolutely marvellous. Han Seong-hee gets another birdie in, so she's up to a 5 under. Redemption after that bogey that she had previously. Kim Min-sun tees off for hole number 11. Hyokyu Rim with 14 under still leads the way. Sung Yoo-jin and Song Yuna are in tied second with 10 under, while Seong Yoon Jung, Han Ryum and Bang Shin Sil with Kim Min Biol are still with that 8 under and tied 4. Choi Rim leads the way in tied 8 with a 7 under, and she's joined by Han Jin Seon, Kil Yi Ram, Jang Yin So and Hyung Yoon Ji. Yu Seon, Kim Ji Soo and Bai Soo Yeon are in tied 13 with 6 under, while Liu Lin languishes behind in tied 16 with 5 under, with a few other of her, well, counterparts. Stay with us. Do Seung-Hui with her approach for hole number 11. Had to pop out for just a little bit to get myself a few whole grain pancakes to go with my coffee. Always a joy. That's well played. Young Hyun Ji will go next. That's very nicely done by her. Kim and Sol. Johnny Sung will go next. Quite a few strong efforts here coming in from Johnny Sung. Really looking to tap that in and get it done with. So Ryo Seung-hui gets very close, almost nailed the birdie there on hole number 11, and she's doing really well here today. We've looked at some outstanding play here today. Yoo Hyun Jo aiming for birdie on hole number 12. And she will finish it with a smile on her face. Yoo Hyun Jo, Kim Min-sol, well, the younger order, but very, very lethal golfers. Kim Min-byul finishes with an on par here, and she's maintained the score. She's done extremely well here today. There might definitely be something in here for, well, Kim Min-sol, and a gentle tap in should pretty much finish it off. Han Jin-seon aiming for birdie on hole number 14. Well played by her. Kim Min-sun. It's going to be a fourth effort. Hole number 11. That's well played, beautifully played. So consecutive birdies on hole number 10 and 11. In tied 16th now with the 5 underscore. Kim Min-sun are really trying to pull it together. She's been very focused as she got into the in. Good bit of a knock. Just what the doctor ordered, you think? Teeing off for hole number 12. Yoo-Hoon Jo teeing off. She sliced that quite a bit. Ryo Seung-hui will tee off for hole 12. She's currently on a 4 under. She's been very confident. Has had a few worries here and there, but more or less she's kind of kept it within the navigational beacons, and then she's got onto the carpet, and I think that that's a good thing for her currently. One of the strongest movers today, Kil Hee-ram, 6 birdies on the out with a score of 30. She opened up the in with a birdie as well. She's been one of the very, very unique players here, Kil Hee-ram. Hyokyu Rim still at the top with that 14 under. Sung Yoo Jin and Song Yoo Na are, well, just about with a 10 under and tied second. They've all finished their day's event. Song Yoon Jung, Hana Ryum and Bang Shin Sil have also finished their day's event. They're tied fourth with 8 under. Kil Hee-ram is still in there. She's only through hole 10 along with Jung Yun Soo, and something tells me that Kil Hee-ram will be the golfer to watch for here. Junhee Sung onto her approach shot. So Kim Min Byul finishes the out with 35. She's had one birdie in there. She'll maintain that 8 under. Lee Hyun Jo, second effort on hole 13. Good chance to knock that in. There will be opportunities down the line. I think she'll be happy with that for the time being. Sometimes you've just got to, well, soak in what you can. Solid whip on that one. Nicely done there. Just what was needed, you would believe. Just needs a little bit of coaxing sometimes and everything can change. That's well played there. So as we said earlier, there was a spot of rain. Things haven't changed still. It's worked well for us so far. Gui. It's going to be her approach shot for hole 13.
Go. 그래. 근데 한 번도 안 썼는데. 그치.
Next, Jenny Sung. Sun needs to get off the rough here. She's been very focused. Power wedge, 120 meters, 5 under currently. Gilly Ram, one of the big movers here. What can she do on hole number 12? And I think we just got the answer. She set herself up for an on-par finish. very nicely placed. And that placement will see her places, that's for certain. Jenny Song. It's a lot for her to achieve here today. Kelly Ram will go next, looking to finish on par here for hole 12. It's been interesting so far. And that's nicely done. She'll finish that well perfectly. Hanjin Seon, second stroke for hole 16. Another decent bit of placement. Much needed at this point of time. Bit of concentration can get you everywhere. Kim In Sun 7 aims to birdie on hole number 13. It's a very interesting equation for her so far. Should be happy just to get the job done more than anything else. Han Chen-seom needs to get out of the beach. You can't suntan on a rainy day. And I think she's just learning that. Kim In-sol planning her course of events. Aims to birdie on hole number 13. 3.5 meters. And that's just fallen short by a little bit. Very interesting year as Han Jin Seong will aims to get out of the beach. Yeo Seung Wee aims to birdie on hole number 13. Very well played by her.
압승인데 샷! 그거 치면 좀 컨트롤 해야 되지 않지?
Kim Min-byul. 107 meters for her. Her approach on hole 10. She's really well done everything that she could to keep things together. Definitely been one of the strong movers here. Talk about getting a good bit of power behind that, and that's what's so needed at this point of time. Lee Hyun-jo, meanwhile, will aim for birdie on hole 14. Well played by her. Kelly Iran, her second effort on hole 13. Did say this earlier, she's been in very, very good form here. It's actually surprised, well, a lot of us with her efforts. And it's been, I think, fairly interesting to see how she's gone about her day at the office. It's been a very good run from her. So here we go, Syracuse Rim still up there in the lead with 14 under. Sung Yoo Jin and Song Yoo Na with 10 under are sitting in a well-tied second. And then you've got Song Yoon Jung, Han Aryum, Bong Jun Sil, Kelly Ram right behind. It's turning out to be a very, very interesting, turn of events here. And I do know that much as we look forward to it, it might just turn out to be one of the most, important days among the 3 days played out here. Here goes Kim Min Byul. And she's gonna just about fall short of a birdie, but that was so close to actually nailing it. Very, very impressive. Houston Wee really doing well. Oh, that's well played. Very well played at this point of time.
바람 조금 계속 있다고요?
So a quick look at the leaderboard will just keep us up to date with what the current situation is. Houston Wee will aim for birdie on hole number 14. Sung. Very well played. The contest is heating up now as we slowly get through the motions. It's turning out to be quite an interesting event for us here. Decently played, I would believe. So Han Seung-gi has done well here. Conjunción.
맥스 20은?
더 크지 않게?
크지 않게. 그럼 써라.
Very well played by Kim Min-sun. Kim Min-byul. Good bit of a punch on that. Ryo Seung-hui. She's on to hole number 15, 144 meters to cover. It's a par 3 for the asking. Let's remind you, of course, that we are coming at you live from the Heaven Country Club, which is based right here in 466 Daeseonro, Anson Gi, Gyeonggi-do, Korea Republic. It's just about under an hour's drive from Seoul. This is a 27-hole seaside golf resort. It's a premier golf resort on Daebu-do Island, Ansan-si. Jang Yun-soo will aim for birdie on hole number 13. Here we go with the leaderboard standings once again. Seokyu Rim is untouched and she looks to be in very, very good form to lead the way tomorrow with 14 under. Sung Yoo Jin and Song Yoon are joined by Jang Yun Soo now in tied second, and they are with 10 under. Jang Yun Soo is still only through hole 13. Song Yoon Jong and Hana Ryum are right there behind. It's turning out to be a very, very interesting battle here, and I do believe there's a lot, well, to look forward to as we get through this time. So do stay with us as we take you through it. Absolutely marvelous view of the sea, and we've got to thank our production crew for that beautiful shot. Really loved looking at that as Kim and Bjorn gets ready to aim for birdie on hole number 11. And she'll have to opt for an on par finish. Jenny Sung. Take her shot. And it's nicely played. Vivian Joe down to her second stroke. Yo Sing Wee will go next as she aims for birdie on hole number 15. And it's well played by her. She moves up to 6 under, 3 more holes to play for. So that on par finish for Kil Yi Ram will leave her with that 8 under. She's performed extremely well today. It's been a very unique day for her. Probably one of the golfers in the spotlight, actually. And hole number 5, Junyu Ri, as she aimed for birdie. Definitely made it count. It's very well played by her. On hole 18, Park Dan Yu aiming for birdie. And that, of course, decided to change its course. That ball had a mind of its own, but it worked well for her. On hole 8, Koo Rae Hyun needed to find a birdie from the shoulder of the green. Just a gentle push and a bit of coaxing, but that lipped out at the last minute. Would have been an excellent birdie for her, but she would end up cleaning it up with an on-par finish. While on hole 18, Wang Min-jeon looking for an under-par score here. Wanted to finish her day on a positive note. She was at a 1-over score. And that ball just about failed to get legs enough to carry it through. On hole 3, right in the midst of the rain, and as the showers did pour down just a little bit, it was Han Jun-young too. Second effort on hole 3. Was well played by her. Got close enough, but not close enough to perfect, I would say. But on hole 10, by So Yeon. Kim Min-sun teeing off for hole number 16. She's on a 5 under currently, par 4 for the asking. Has got a good bit of speed off the ball there. Chung In-soo does well. She knocks that forward. Now Yoo Hyun-jo. Can she get a birdie from a distance straight off the rough? If not, she'll have to set herself up for a non-par finish, and that's exactly what she'll do. So Ryo Seung-hui gets ready to tee off for hole number 16. That's well played by her. And Jenny Sung does extremely well here. Hilly Ram as she tees off. Extremely well played here. Just what the doctor ordered, you would think. Meanwhile, Han Hyo-jin, third effort on hole 18. Just needed a bit more legs. Second effort for Ryo Seung-hui on hole number 16. Kim Min-byul will go next as she aims for birdie. That's very well played by her. Absolutely wonderful performance. 2 birdies in there. And by hole 12, she's moved up to a 9 under. 6 more holes to play for. Absolutely fantastic performance so far from Kim Min Byul. Yu Hyun Jo tees off now. So Young Hyojin, 72 there in the second round. And that's called very easily towards the destination, but it doesn't go in. Junhee Sung will go next and hold 17. So very interesting here. Kelly Ram has been the girl to watch out for. Kelly Ram looks to finish on par for hole number 15. It's extremely well played by her. Kim Min Sun. It's going to be a third effort for hole 16. Remember, 120 players have got in here to take part. And a lot of them, of course, have been halved down to today and tomorrow. We're going to get the cream of the crop in this event. 120 players, 115 qualifiers in there, along with 5 invitees. The prize money, 1 billion Korean won. Yoo Hyun Jo gets on to a second effort for hole 17, and this approach will matter to her. She's had very, very good temperament in this event. Has got it straight on to the carpet area, a bit of a distance from the flagstick. So 1 billion Korean won. Jo Seung-hui goes next. Jung Yun Seo will tee off for hole number 15. Just going in with a 9 iron. Jo Seung-hui looking to finish on par for hole number 16. Extremely well played by her. Yoo Hyun Jo aiming for birdie. Kim Min Sun It's on hole 16. Would have liked to have finished a bit higher. 2 more holes to play for after this, but she needs to finish this on par. And that's well played by her. So 2 more holes. And she can make it count. So Syokyu Rim continues her dominance. Of course, she finished early in the day. She was part of the the Dawn Patrol, sorry. Sung Yoo Jin, Song Yoo Na, and Jung Yun Soo are in tied second with 10 under. Behind Syokyu Rim was at the top with 14 under. Jung Yun Soo has a very good chance of scaling that because she's currently only through hole 14. So stay with us as the action continues right here at the Heaven Country Club.
도로 베스트.
While we get through this, let's remind you that the main prize money for this event is 1 billion Korean won. That's 649,601 USD. And as Kim Minson gets ready to tee off for hole number 17, which is a par 4 for the asking, let's remind you that the main prize money, the first or the winner will get 180 million Korean won, which is 116,928 USD. Second place will get 110 million Korean won, which is 71,456 USD, and the second runner-up or the third place finisher will get 80 million Korean won, which is 51,968 USD. This course, of course, was designed by David Dale, and it stretches across 3 9-hole courses, Heaven, Island, and Pine. It's an absolutely stunning place to play for, and you know, as we look at it, the two that we've had is, it's the west for the out and the south for the in. So currently everyone is on the south course playing the in. We will tee off for hole number 17. Yu Hyun Jo. Finishing on par there. Talking of Park Hae-jun earlier in the day, and you know what she's done, she's really been very, very good with her efforts here. So Park Hae-jun finishes with 36 on the out, 35 on the in, 5 underscore, and you know we should see her back tomorrow, which will be quite interesting. Meanwhile, here's Kim Min-byul aiming for birdie on hole number 13. Oh, just a narrow miss for her, and she knows it. And I just spoke about this earlier. Kim Min-byul's demeanor, it never really shows major dejection. And she'll always soak it in with a smile, get on with it, keep that visor down, and continue with her work. And I think that that's really the hallmark of any professional golfer that you're looking at. Jung In-sil looking to finish on par for hole 15. That's very nicely played. Chun Lee-sung will tee off for hole 18. And I do believe we are coming to that point of time where, you know, every golfer now is pushing, because they do know tomorrow it's going to be a very, very interesting day, and most of them would like to make the cut according to well, the points that they have, garnered. Yu Hyun Jo will get ready to, well, do her bit while Ryo Seung-hui takes the second effort for hole 17. Just a nice wide angle shot once again. Remember, tomorrow we'll see the Exodus and that means a lot of fans turning up. Was just talking about Yu Hyun Jo, and here she is as she tees off for hole 18. That's going to be her last event for the day. Very interesting the way that well, she has actually, well, crafted her movement in today's event. Kim Min-sun, her approach shot for hole 17. It's got a good bit of a whip in there. Kelly Ram needs to finish this on par to keep that 8 under intact, and that's so very important at this point of time. Very well played. She really has been, well, my pick of the golfers here today. She's been in stunning form, and there are some days when you can just get everything right, and that's pretty much what Kelly Ram has done. That beautiful and very inviting suites right on top there at the Heaven, country club. Really beautiful views. If I'm not mistaken, the topmost one is a restaurant. I could be wrong. I haven't really gone up there, but would like to. Lovely place to be at, and the golfers, of course, most of them, well, do reside there. During the course of the event, you will always, well, reside at the course itself. The most often, of course, those tend to be the country clubs. Ryo Seung-hui will go next. Just had a few bits and bobs to go through Ryo Seung-hui today. I do believe it'll be very interesting to see how she, well, plays out her event. She's on 9 under now. Remember, still got 4 holes to play for, and along with Kelly Ram, she's been one of the movers here today. And I think that is so important to see a golfer like her really take part and, try and make the difference in an event like this. Yu Hyun Jo. That's a very good approach for her on hole 18. She will want to finish this with a birdie. Well, Yu Hyun Jo hasn't, really tripped the light fantastic, you would think. But on the 3rd of May, she won the DB Women's Championship, which was her 3rd win on the KLPGA. She won an event last year as well, which was a sophomore year and year before last. And she's been very consistent with these wins. But the golfer to watch now is going to be Seokyo Rim, who won the Celtrion Queens Masters on the 7th of June, and that was her first win in the Korean Women's Tour. So you think about it, she is in form this year, and if she can claim this, because she's currently sitting with 14 under at the top of the heap, and unless tomorrow turns out to be an absolute disaster, she could very well be on to the path for a second win of the year. Kim Min-sun will aim for a birdie here on hole number 17. Almost got mixed up with the holes there. And she'll have to look for an on-par finish, there's no doubt about it. I think she should be happy with the way that she's constructed, her event today. Jang In-soo. Oh, that's very well played by her. Woo Seung-hui looks to finish on par for hole 17. She wants to keep that 5 under intact. And she can. So Kim Min-byul in a strange position. Well, she's actually stayed clean, and I mean that in the nicest way. She's been, on the fairways, but here on hole 14, finds herself sitting right off the beach. And as I said, not a great day to suntan because there is no sun. There's been, cloudy skies, but she's done well to get herself out of a troubled spot. And as long as she can keep that on-par finish going, I do believe Kim Min-byul has got herself into a safe spot for the time being. Packing a good bit of par, and that's the best way to do it. Billy Ram will go next. Oh, beautifully done. Just a gentle touch. Jenny Sang flown under the radar, but she finishes with 8 under, 35 on the out, 32 on the in. Well, 3 birdies to it in those last 4 holes, and that really made the difference for her. It's going to be very interesting to see her back in action tomorrow. Ryo Seung-wi, meanwhile, tees off for hole number 18. Yu Hyun-jo, if she gets a birdie here, she'll move up to 6 under, which I think would work very well for her at this point of time. And that's well played. So Yu Hyun-jo now beginning to look strong, finishes with a birdie on hole number 18, 36 on the out, 34 on the in, 6 under, and we are going to see her back tomorrow. So just as last few bits as our, well, golfers will walk ahead, some of them looking to finish, well, what they started. And all eyes on this young golfer who's really tripped the light fantastic today. Just a narrow miss there. Don't think it's going to bother her too much, but she's played, you know, a fantastic round of golf here. I've been super impressed by her, and with good reason. Well, so has Kim Min-byul. She's been in fantastic form. Well, that slipped out. And it's definitely got to be her first bogey of the day, but I don't think it should bother her too much because she's still going to maintain, well, a decent enough score of 8 under. So she's got 4 more holes to play for, 2 birdies and first bogey of the day in there. So that's straight out onto the rough. Simonson 7. It's going to be a second effort for hole 18. very well played by her. It's going to be a second effort on hole 18, and this of course will be to set up an approach later on. 200 meters. That's the distance to cover. That's nicely played by her. With concentration will get you everywhere. That's a decent enough finish as Jung Yun So on hole 16 gets another birdie. She's got 6 birdies in there today. She's moved up to 11 under. Here's Gui on hole 18. Remember, this is an approach shot. Most of our golfers were coming towards, well, the finish of the day's event. It's been a very, very exciting day, you know, as far as the points are concerned. And most of well, the golfers have garnered those points. They've done very well to capture them. And I would believe that that's so needed at this point of time. Kim In-sun. She knows that she's had a tough day at the office too. Just heading to that part of the day when you need to wind down, or need to wind up rather, and then wind down when you get back to the hotel room. It's always interesting. Dong Yu Na for tee off for hole 15. Kim In-sun needs to get off the rough there. she'll really be very keen on finishing this event, you know, on a positive note more than anything else. Kim and Sol onto a third effort. So INCAR Financial, the Heaven Masters were pretty much coming to the last few moments of the day. Kim and Bjorl will tee off for hole number 15. She's been a mover today, a lot to expect from her. Jung In Seo onto her second effort for hole number 17. Ryo Seung-hui will aim for birdie on hole number 18. It's going to be an interesting one for her here. And that just slipped out at the last minute. Don't think she was expecting that. So, and that's tapped in nice and easy. So Ryo Seung-hui finishes with 33 on the out, 33 on the in. It's been a good bit of work for her, and I think she'll be very excited over the way that things have turned out. Had a few shaky moments, but she pulled it all together, and I think that's been the good part. Kim In-sun. And she will finish the day on a very good note. So birdie to end it all. 37 on the out, 33 on the in. She's had a few bogeys in there, but finishes with a 6 under, and that's going to find her a happy camper here. Meanwhile, Kim and Bjorl onto a second stroke for hole 15. It's very nicely done by her. So very interesting to look at the last bit and to see if Jung In-seo can also finish on a positive note. Very nicely placed, just a little bit behind the Tin Cup, but I think that's going to be good enough for her. Kim Sol will aim for birdie on hole 18. Well played by her. So Kim Sol, well, did have 4 bogeys in there, but she's also had 4 birdies. Finishes with a 1 under, 38 on the out, 34 on the in. It hasn't been, well, her finest showing, and well, she might dip out of the contest, but she's had a good run last week, finishing with the Mercedes-Benz Korea Women's Open Golf Championship, the 40th edition that she won, and I think that itself was, quite an achievement for her. So just giving you a wide-angle shot. It's been pouring right through the day, but it's not raining cats and dogs. And here we have what looks like, the leaderboard right at the end of the day. Seokyu Rim will dominate with 14 under. Jung Yoon Seo has gone into second position with 11 under, and she very well can even draw on more points because she's got 2 more holes to play for. Sung Yoo Jin and Song Yoo Na with 10 under, of course, are in tied third. And let's not forget that we're looking at these golfers. So Jung Yoon Seo really, coming up the order in a way that we weren't expecting. You've got the tied fifths there with Jun Yi Sung, Song Yoon Jung, Han Ryum, Bong Shin Sil, Kil Yi Ram, Hong Hyun Ji, and Kim Min Byul, and they are all stuck on 8 under. Kim Min Byul, of course, had moved up to 9 under, but she did drop 1 point. So, will be a very, very interesting day tomorrow because we are looking at golfers who have all scored. I think it's going to be a very, very tight contest, but keep in mind the fact that Seokyu Rim will still be the golfer to watch, and she's going to be pitted along with Jung Yoon Seo, and it's going to be a very healthy contest. So the INCAR Financial, the Heaven Masters, this was of course round 2, or day 2, and even through the weather conditions, the golfers have played a fantastic round of golf, and we've enjoyed most of it. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back with you tomorrow to bring you all the action of the finale. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. I've thoroughly enjoyed day 2, and after that drought of points in the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korean Women's Open Championship, this has been a fountain of points at the INCAR Financial, the Heaven Masters. So thank you so much for joining us. Time for me to shut shop and ship out of here, but I'll be back with you tomorrow for the finale. Till then, you stay well, and don't forget to join us all over again.